Alrighty, this is a part 2. I don't think it's going to be like the full 10 minutes, but I did want to explain the cards from my previous reading. So also, if you like have a hard time keeping up with the part 1, this should be just specific to the cards for the most part. If you haven't looked at part 1 and you're interested in looking at part 1, it's on my page. So anyways, with the Empress card, I get that you're taking initiative and taking action despite not knowing what's to come. But what is to come is material contentment. I'd say I'd even like move it up a level to contentment on all ends. And I would say that with the Queen of Pentacles, that can deal with like security and stuff like that. So I feel like this is a message saying that you are safe during these times that we're not necessarily in a safe world. There's a lot going on. Corruption, physical, mental, spiritual warfare. I know there was another part of the fires that they were talking about in California, that there are so many houses that were built before the 1970s that are going up in flames right now. So you got to think that all of that asbestos, formaldehyde, and like a whole bunch of other like really bad chemicals are now in the air. So you also have to deal with like chemical warfare and a whole bunch of people getting sick. Like, go figure, you know? Again, I had these cards that came out as well, which is a message of love and a message of repression. And I think that if you've been feeling extra irritable lately, that could be due to whatever it is that you've been repressing. It's, you know, finally come to a head and it no longer can be hidden. And I'd say that the person that's been meddling in your life for longer than you've known, like they've been doing this for a while. Whether it is that you know who it is and why they're doing it or not, they've been doing it for a while. Their life is starting to fall apart. And I don't know if other people notice this as well, but I know mine is specific towards work. And I know that every single time I go to a job or I go to a school or wherever it is that I become a part of the community, if that community or that place that I'm in is corrupt, it completely, like, it starts to fall apart while I'm there, and then it completely falls apart after I leave. So you may be seeing the signs that that's already starting to fall apart. The person that's been meddling in your life, they're like they were never meant to mess with fate. Again, like they've been trying to mess with it for their own personal gain, but their life is already starting to see the effects. Let me pull these cards too, see if anything else comes out. But yeah, I just say, like, just know in this time you're safe, and there is a reason for your heightened awareness to keep you safe. But the other message is, like, because you have this heightened awareness, there are other places in your life that are still supposed to be considered a mystery, or they're like, you're not meant to know the answers of those like certain areas in your life. So don't go looking, because like there's other things you could be doing with your time. There are other areas of your life, like you're meant to be in a area of rest, not like an area of fight or flight anymore. I know lately I've been doing a lot of reading, especially into like fantasy books. I've even been back into writing, like fan fiction and stuff like that, but nonetheless, writing, keeping my mind occupied. Also keeping my mind off of social media. As much as it's great that, you know, we get the health card. Anyways, as much as TikTok is a place where we're able to, like, you know, get all of our information from, and there's not much social media anymore that is like truthful. It's become another area for propaganda. Just be careful being on social media. So I'd say this is an area of your life where you're not really having to deal with those fears anymore. Like, there may be a part of you that like worries about your own good and stuff like that, but I don't really feel like this is a time where you need to worry about anything or be afraid of anything. And I think you may be stepping into a fearless energy, almost like that, like big cat energy is what I'm getting, like with the tiger from my dream and stuff like that. With health, I think it has to do with mental, spiritual, and physical health. We had the spouse card that pulled up, so I'd say like the person that whatever person you feel is coming into your life, your like most divinely guided match, this could be somebody that becomes your spouse. The arts, I'd say, you know, if you're somebody who really likes to do art and create and stuff like that, this could be a time where you're working through creative blocks, either writer's block or whatever else, starting new projects, etc. And then I'd say that this has been a message of wisdom and forgiveness. Forgiveness in yourself, forgiveness in like putting your nervous system at ease, going into rest and digest rather than fight or flight. That this truly is a time of abundance and not really having to worry about the things that you've had to worry about in the past, despite, you know, so much dark stuff going on. Like, you always got to remember that I'm not saying that you need to be ignorant or like, you know, how people say ignorance is bliss and all that type of stuff. That is 100% not what I'm saying. But you have to focus on where you put your time and energy into something. And if you're constantly putting your time and energy into stressing out and worrying about the future and, you know, constantly talking about how dark the world is and stuff like that, you manifest those things. So try and put your mind and your energy into the areas of your life where you can change things, where you can fix things, where you can put your mark on the world. And yeah, if you're interested in booking a personal reading with me, the link is in my bio. I'll never, you know, reach out to you first. I'll always wait for you to come to me. So if anybody comes to you asking for money, it's not me. Yeah, I hope this helps, and I hope that if you've watched part 1 and part 2, you can follow along with this. I hope it, not that it was clear, well, I hope it was clear, but I've just been trying to find my voice and find my way of like putting my message out into the world. So I hope that this practice is a good thing. It helps more people. I know I finally reached over 1,000 followers, not 1,000 followers, 1,000 views on 2 of my videos, so I'm really excited about that. Anyways, I'm kind of just ranting at this point, so have a great night.